Hi again. I can't believe where these weeks ago. We're already up to lesson 5. You've learned the serum, the facial spritzer, the amazing, phenomenal wrinkle fade cream mask. You've learned a lot. And today, what we're going to do, I'm going to begin to show you the amazing things you can do with egg whites. So egg whites, we're going to make 2 amazing masks for different skin types. So should we get going? Because we've got quite a bit to do. Here we are this week. What I've done is, because I didn't really want to use 2 eggs, don't need to, so I actually split this into 2 halves, the egg white. And what I did was, I whipped it, with a whisk for about a minute, and that's about enough. You don't need it more than that, or less than that. Around that is going to be fine. So with these masks now, this is what becomes really interesting, because egg whites are, you probably know, they're one of the things that are going to tighten your skin better than anything else. I mean, I learned simple things like this from my mum, and actually some from my grandmother. Like beauty recipes using oatmeal, using eggs, using simple things, because then there wasn't a lot of money around, and well, I came from a working class family, so anyway. But here we are today with these amazing masks. And I do hope you're really enjoying some of the other beauty recipes that we've made together, and are now beginning to see a great difference in your skin. But we want to continue that great difference. So, as I've said, I'm going to show you 2 masks that we can do for different skin types today, and then you can decide which one you would most like to make, So, the first one we're going to do is we're going to do one that would be like for my skin type, for the older woman, for just nourishing your skin, for wrinkles. So, wrinkles. Remember that my favourite oil for wrinkles is frankincense, and so therefore we're going to add 1 drop to this particular one. And as I've said, don't think you're being clever by adding more. You're not. You just that 1 drop. I mean, if we were talking about rose oil, 1 little drop would be equal to about 60 crushed petals. So imagine how much there is in 1 drop of essential oil. But so with ours, do you remember? Now, in lesson 2, when we learned to do the facial spritzer, I smell so nice. When we learn to do the facial spritzer, what we use some of the grated grapefruit and orange peel. And I usually always have some grated, so that maybe I'm using a mask like this or making a serum. Then if I've got any left, what I do is to put it in the whey protein fruit shake that you learned to make in lesson 3. So here we are. So let's continue with the one I recommend for, let's say, definitely for over 50s, dry skin, you've got wrinkles, you've got slightly cracked skin, or whatever, and you want to nourish and hydrate it. So you're going to put half a teaspoon here of grapefruit, and I've got 2 little pots with different coloured tops to make sure I know which is which. Not that I suppose it really matters. And here now we're going to put half a teaspoon of orange peel. And these will go in my whey protein fruit shake tomorrow. So that is basically it on this one. All I'm going to do, all it's got in there, as you've seen, is the peel from the grapefruit and the orange, which, as you already know, if you've been following your lessons, have every possible vitamin that your skin could possibly ever want, and is going to love you for it. So this mask, you're going to put it on, just avoid your eyes, you're going to put it on, you're going to go down here, don't forget this part of you, because this part, we tend to sometimes forget about it. and that's where age could show in the end. So this one is ready, and basically you can either use a makeup brush, a pastry brush, or like me, like the feel with my fingers maybe, so then I would just take it and gently sort of put it on, work it all around, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, until you have used it. Now, within about 5 minutes, you are going to begin to feel it tightening on your skin. And you can almost feel the goodness of that grapefruit and the orange and the frankincense. You can almost feel it working on your skin. So just leave it on for 20 minutes, rinse off with warm water, and if you have been a good girl or boy, you will have your facial serum and your facial spritzer to be able to use afterwards. So that's one mask. But now let's look at a different kind of a mask using egg white. So this one is if you've got like discoloration of the skin, or you've got dark spots and you want to fade them. Then in this one, what we would do is we would use a flat teaspoon. I'm going to say use half a teaspoon to begin with, because we need to be sure that your skin is okay with all of these things. And as I said, if you're not sure, because I can't possibly know from here, so if you're not sure, please do a test patch with whatever you're thinking of using beforehand on your inner wrist and see. And if that's fine, then go ahead and use it on your skin. So this one has got the egg white. It's got a half a teaspoon of turmeric. Turmeric is an incredible herb, for the skin. I use it in lots of other things. But this is now, you want to fade dark spots, you've got discoloration. You want to brighten your skin. So this one, but this one isn't quite finished yet, because this one wants a teaspoonful of fresh orange juice. So half a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon. That's really great. You've got a really good mask there already, but because we're sticking with our theme of what we want to achieve, and that is the slightly problematic skin, the skin tends to discolor, skin that tends to get irritated, we're going to add 1 drop of lavender oil to it. 1 drop. And as we said, we do not want more than the 1. So again, going to give this a nice little whisk. And this one is ready for the other skin type. But being the kind of person I am, I get very carried away, by the way, when I'm making things. I think I've told you before, I have this excitable nature that most people comment on it. But there we are, we've gone to the trouble, well, it wasn't much trouble actually, was it, of making these masks, one that you're going to use. But while we've got this mask on, why not actually take the time to do something else? What about the nose? What about any little blackheads we might have? Now this is so simple. What you're going to do, you're going to take 1/4 teaspoon of crushed black pepper. So it just means like in a pepper mill, and crush. So 1/4 teaspoon, or about, I found, it's about 22 screws or turns, whatever you want to call them. Now in that, we want to have 1 teaspoon of yogurt. I've got Greek yogurt, because we know that Greek yogurt is very good. So 1/2 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon. This is pure, beautiful yogurt. Wait a minute, I just can't resist this. Really delicious. Now, so this, you're going to use it on your nose. So this, you're going to give it, I'm going to use the bottom of this now. You're going to give it a nice stir, and there you are. Now you see this black pepper? That black pepper is like a little genius ingredient, eking out those blackheads. So you're going to, now you've got your mask on, you've chosen which mask. Now you've thought, well, I've gone that far, I'll maybe get out my little blackheads on my nose. So you're going to put this all over your nose nicely. Keep putting it on in layers, because it's going to be a bit runny, but it will dry in a while. That's very good. But hold on a minute. What about the eyes? We want to do something for them. So the simplest thing here going to take a potato, and I love potatoes are my favourite food. But you know, it's amazing how many beauty recipes we can use it in. So I'm just going to peel off this potato, and then what I'm going to do is cut to, wait, I want a bigger slice actually. So I think this is about a good size. This is about a good size. I'm going to just do this with it in half, cut it in half. Can you see? Okay. And then what you're going to do, you are going to put this under your eyes and the other piece under there. Now the potato, it's an amazing vegetable that I use as well in like other masks. But what it's going to do is going to draw out the darkness, draw out the dark circles that you have around your eyes. Now of course, if you do all of this once, I can visualize, you know, you've got your mask on, you've got your yogurt thing, you've got your potatoes, you know, and you're just going to relax somewhere for 20 minutes and then just take it all off, rinse it all off with warm water. But obviously, if you really have got blackheads, then, you know, you need to be doing that treatment twice a week. If you've got dark circles, you need to be putting your potatoes on 2 or 3 times a week. So, I hope you've learnt a lot this week, and next week, we're going to go to something slightly different, very sensuous, and it's something that we can actually eat. So until then, stay blessed.